What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Danganronpa. It's time for the 5th class trial. I've already set my skills. And before you start this trial, take a real close look at your truth bullets. Because this one is going for very, very specific details. You need to know these truth bullets inside and out. Be sure to read them very carefully. Let's get this started.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Cool.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Or what's left of her.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Hero?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Like, plain as day, right there, flesh and bone.
No, that's a ghost!
Oh, here we go.
But she has legs and stuff.
And you know, skin, she's breathing, she speaks.
Well, that's just because
Oh, a super special awesome ghost?
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
God damn it, Hero, it makes me sad that I understand where your logic is going.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
No kidding.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
This is gonna be so easy!
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
1, she's alive.
Her traits?
Well, think about it. She does have a pretty cute face. She has a very deadly glare. But what does she wear that's very specific to her? Her gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Ooh.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Hero, stop talking. Yeah, there's no way that corpse was Kyoko for very obvious reasons. But if we need to actually use evidence to prove this, sure, let's do it, I guess. We have to prove that the living, breathing girl across from me is alive.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I have to agree with you 100%, Byakuya. This is so stupid. How does that even start?
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Like, this is the legendary 5th class trial, and we start out by proving that a girl that's clearly alive is not dead.
And she was wearing gloves before.
Well, if you really think about the corpse, there's one thing that was very specific to the corpse only. Fake nails!
No, that's wrong.
I don't think Kyoko's the type to have big, long, red fingernails.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Hero, I don't know if you know women, but they're not that complicated.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Heyo!
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
Do you understand women?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Don't tell me you need more.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Oh my god, the only person with sense in here. Besides everybody but Hero.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
We were trying... Never mind.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Alright, fun part. Since we know it's not Kyoko, who's the victim? I think I have an idea, but let's see what everyone has to say.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I'm sure you guys saw it while the talk here was going on, but the white noise is going to start to get annoying. It is going to be flipping
Kyoko
around in
really
circles.
is
It is going to
still
show up at
alive.
the last second to get in your
Then
way,
who died?
and oh, it gets annoying.
The face was scorched
Well, the
beyond
one
recognition.
statement that
There
we
wasn't any
definitely need to
description
go
in the
by.
Monokuma file.
No way to identify the body, huh?
Identify the
I have a
body.
way.
No,
That big tattoo on her hand. How could you not see that? You can see it from space.
there was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Oh my gosh.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
We'll test it out on you first.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Hello. Oh, please let that be the answer. Everything will end right there.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Yes, the ultimate soldier, the ultimate despair. I'm your bitch.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Here we go.
Oh, really?
Yep. You probably figured it out. It became very obvious. The only person it could have been, the only person who's not here, that's been mentioned multiple times, Mukuro Ikusaba.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Oh no. Simple problem solving. Do you remember what the image of Fenrir is? Let me spell it out for you, because the game pretty much did. Funny thing, in the Japanese version, you could actually use the characters to spell out this exact word. Wolf.
Now I understand!
How did I do it?
representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Oh, I never knew that.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
That's the most confusing part of this whole thing.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Okay, fine, I was wrong.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Pretty anticlimactic if you ask me.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
And yet we're left in the dark.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Well, not to break the fourth wall, but we didn't even know her face.
Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Your family name can't stop that.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Keep this in your mind.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Uh-oh.
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
I'm not one to rat myself out, but, the only two people who make sense. Kyoko, you and me against the world!
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma.
Now that I think about it, Kyoko's gonna be completely lost at this point. She knows nothing about this part.
The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
I mean, at this point, can we really clear our name? We're kind of in hot water here.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Can we finally tell them, Makoto, what happened last night?
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, hell yeah, my life's at stake.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
Hope you were paying attention.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
That was, if you remember, she said exactly 9 a.m.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
That's a big stretch of time. It could have happened anywhere in between those times.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Well, with no alibi, besides I was sick in bed, this still doesn't help me a lot. Can I find a way out of this? Kyoko, can you help me out here? Well, you weren't there either. How am I going to do this? How do I provide an alibi for that long stretch of nothing? Oh, we could turn the tables a bit. I'm good with that. What can we do to change the entire scenario? Well, flip it on its head. Let's pull the Phoenix right.